So I've made 20 videos in the past 20 days, and I'm gonna go over everything that I've learned over this past, I guess, 3 weeks. Now I know the thing in the corner says 22. I'm gonna get to that in a little bit. Bear with me here. And I know how it looks. This video has like 4 views. You might be asking, Ajryen, what have you possibly learned from 20 videos in 20 days when you can't even like get like 20 views on your video? I've learned a bit. Don't worry, there's some stuff that you might not expect in this video. Just relax. So I'm actually doing 100 videos in 100 days, and this is like the 20 video checkpoint of this series. There's gonna be like multiples of this kind of video, so stay tuned if you want to see more of that. And I haven't missed a day yet. And I don't plan to. I'm gonna make sure every day I post a video. And they're not like 30-second clips. They're not like, you know, shambled together wooden shacks in the forest. These are like middle to lower class homes, I think. Look, the videos could obviously be better. They all could obviously be better. But I'm trying. I'm trying. It's a difficult process. So where does that leave us? I'm gonna go over the how it's been, how it's going, and how the future is looking of this series and I guess of the channel. As for how it's been, I was up till 1 a.m. last night editing yesterday's video, and the video did flop. I'm not gonna lie, the video did flop, but the lesson itself was organize your damn clips, bro. Organize your damn clips. Oh my gosh. A good chunk of my time yesterday was finding the clips that I recorded, organizing them, and putting them in chronological order. I knew I should have just every night just put them in a folder somewhere so I can just access them easily. I didn't, and I paid for that with my time and my sanity. So organize your damn clips, folks. I mean, obviously big YouTubers know this already, but I didn't know this, or I thought I could get by without it. And now I know I can't. As for the rest of the past 10 videos, actually the tech ones are doing pretty well. I think all of the tech videos except one of them has like minimum 100 views. That's freaking awesome. Hey, there's some of the best performing videos on the channel. Now, caveat to that, I'm running out of tech, and I don't want to keep buying stuff. Not that I don't like doing tech reviews. It's fun, but it's also like, you know, I don't like being stuck to like one thing. So like I'm okay with running out of tech ideas for tech videos. It was a cool phase. They're kind of over now. If I get another piece of cool tech, then maybe I'll review it. But if I don't, oh well, I'm not hard pressed about it. I was actually surprised at how well the MacBook Pro video is doing. I did not expect it to do that well, which isn't a good sign about how I view my videos. But it did exceed expectations, which is pretty cool. I mean, I think it's partially because the new MacBook Neo came out, and so like everyone's kind of talking about that, and I mentioned that in this video. But the main killer of this past week, I would say, was my no editing video. Hey, the video was relatively well received in the comment section. I enjoyed making the video. I want to do more of those in the future, and somehow it got the most views of the series so far. Ooh, you know, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And one of the big things that I learned this past, I guess, 10 days-ish, is I quickly learned after that first week or so-ish, I quickly learned that I also needed to plan my videos further ahead of time. And so I think around, you know, the middle of this week, not even the middle of this week, I did it like not last Friday, but the Friday before that is like when I started to plan my videos. And so, you know, just this past week has been a series of planned videos, and I really enjoyed it. The problem was, you know, with the video that I put out yesterday, that one put a real wrench in a kink in everything because of how disorganized I was about it, and it kind of threw off my game a little bit. So much so that this video being recorded right now should not be recorded right now. It should have been recorded yesterday. But I did record the video yesterday, but it was at 1 a.m. and I was tired, and I went on a whole other rambling tangent. So I'm re-recording it now to edit in a little bit to release it tomorrow, which is not good, but it's better than releasing the hot garbage that was the recording session yesterday, I'm gonna be honest. But that brings us to the present. How am I feeling now? How are things looking? I feel like the videos themselves are not horrible pieces of garbage. They're worth someone's time at least, which is pretty cool. I mean, I'm kind of happy. I'm happy that I'm able to do this for 20 days. It's insane. Can you put out videos in 20 days? I don't think so. But actually, no. If you could, I really encourage you to try it at least. So let me know if you're going to try it. I'll be happy to check it out. The learning lesson, you know, it is useful. I'm certainly not going to allow myself to edit until 1 a.m. again. That's not a good idea at all. I miss my sleep. I was so good at going to bed like at 7, 8, 9 p.m. Now, I would argue there's a lot more bad parts to this past week or so. Not like, horrible world-ending parts, but it's, like, stings a little bit, First off, there was some pretty scary news, I guess, earlier this week. At least for the time being, it kind of changed a lot of my plans for the near future. Obviously, it's not fun, but it's just kind of how life goes sometimes. And so I haven't been on my A game, I'm pretty sure. Just the way everything went down, I don't know. Things have come around since then, and I'm glad that things have worked out. I can't talk in detail about it now, but just know things are looking up. Things are looking up. And secondly, arguably even worse. Essentially, it was like I was told that my videos were bad. I don't know, man. I'm trying, bro. But I was actually told that my videos were bad. Essentially bad. And look, when you're being told that your videos are bad, for me, I don't think too much about it. It's like, okay, maybe they are. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep trying to improve. That's all that really matters. And then you realize how crap your videos actually are and how little you actually know, and then it hurts a little bit, just a little bit. So what essentially happened, it was I was given advice for my channel by someone that I would consider successful in the YouTube space. It's perfect advice. It's no notes. I certainly believe that it'll be useful for my channel. It'll help me. But thinking about it, I just feel kind of stuck. It feels a little daunting. It feels like there's like an inherent unconscious resistance to it in my mind, and it's like there's like a block happening right now. Part of me, a small part of me, like just wants to make the stuff that I'm doing now work. And I believe it can work. I believe if I learn enough and I do enough, the videos that I kind of, in essence, do now will eventually work out in the future. The only bare minimum that I have with any YouTuber advice that I have right now is just, I'm going to do this 100 days. This 100 days is more for a me thing. Of course, I want to get views. I want to grow. I want this to work out. But I challenge myself to get videos out in 100 days. And there's been periods where I had like analysis paralysis. Or I would make a video somewhat like this, but I would be sitting there editing it and just feeling like this is a crap video. And I end up not putting it out. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to go months without putting a video out. Not that I would, but because that's just kind of how my brain works. And by publicly making it a thing that I'm going to do 100 days, the thing in my brain switches to like, okay, game time, boy, let's go. And so now it's like, I can't second guess myself. I got to make the video. I got to make sure I plan it. And so by doing this 100-day series, I'm able to at least see actual things that I'm doing and changing and attempting, and see how they change the way the outcomes look. And so now as I do the 100 days, it's more of like when I hit these roadblocks or I hit these problems of like, being inefficient or being disorganized. And so I realized that this problem is actively affecting my ability to get the challenge done, which allows me to course correct the things in my brain. Because taking several weeks on a video, for me, I don't think it helps me. I mean, it could produce a good video, but it's also like I gain very little experience. I gain very little actual meat, juicy stuff from doing that. Not to diss anyone who's trying that, but I guess I've been doing it for so long that I would say I know how my brain works. I would want to assume that I know how my brain works, and so the 100 days is for me to learn, and I'm going to do my best regardless, even if my best doesn't look that good. I'm going to be honest. And look, being told to quit the 100 days is not what's bothering me, nor is it something that, it's affecting me really. It's something else. It's something else that the mental block that is happening is with another piece of advice that I don't know how I feel about, nor do I know how to go about it. But with that being said, what is the future of this channel? I'm still pretty optimistic about how things are looking, about how things are going, and I'm excited to see where things go from here. I want to try to develop a system that's about like, it suggests things for you to try each video, so I know that I'm at least trying new things each video, like, for this video try a swish cut, and then you try a swish cut for that video. I don't know if it's a good idea. It sounds like an AI idea. I'm not gonna ask AI, but I wish there was like a document, like a list of just things I could try. Not video ideas, but just like, things to attempt when making each video, whether it be like a style choice or an editing choice or this choice or that choice. Like I want like a list like that. That'd be really fun to have. For the future of the series, I really want to try and make like mini series within the series, like a 7-episode season of something, and I just do something for the 7 episodes and it's like a whole story. That'd be really fun to do. Also just more repeatable content, more things that people come back for, like a format that kind of works. The Mogul Mail video did really well, and I want to try doing more Mogul Mails like that. Obviously, it'll take more planning and more time, but I mean, that's what I need to do regardless anyway. So maybe I'll try more mogul meals. We'll see. With that being said, see you later.